Hello there and welcome back to the channel where today we are back with another month of Tycoon news. This is February 2019 and it's going to be a big one. We have firstly changed the branding to Phoenix News from FalsePhoenix. We also have some guests, you will find them soon in the middle of the video, and we also have an interview, a snippet from an interview with another developer. All of that and more will be in this month's video, so stay tuned for that. I just realized it's February. And of course, February has only got 28 days, not 30 or 31. I am very behind on what I normally would be. I'm pulling this one together in about a day. Hopefully that'll work. First off, we have Constructor. Constructor is a game where you can construct, design, and build a small zoo with the hopes of becoming a large and bustling zoo metropolis. You will face challenges in maintaining and managing your zoo as it grows. However, with a careful hand, you can see your management and patience pay off with a great progression system involving upgrades every time you reach different levels for doing different stuff in the game. In my personal opinion, the game looks very decent. I have yet to pick it up or receive it. I have yet to play it. The reviews are kind of split. Some people seem to think it's very good. Some people seem to think it's absolutely atrocious. The developer is kind of trusted full. They've had a lot of kind of mediocre games and quite a few games that have done majorly well. Hopefully they will support it. However, it's not been bought much. So if you want it to be, updated in the future, I would recommend you have a look at it. Next up, we are taking a look at the highly popular Carp. We spoke about this last September when the game was supposedly close to release. However, that changed as developers decided to continue work on the game, and it now has a expected release date of this spring. If you don't remember what Carp is, it is a game where you are trying to become the biggest tech company in the world, creating the latest and greatest in tech products to propel your business into the rankings, and of course, into the money. In my personal opinion, it seems like it's a kind of startup company kind of style game in terms of graphics mixed with Computer Tycoon in terms of its mechanics, which is, I would say, it's probably going to be all the better for it. The game has recently been going through some beta testing, which people have been participating in via their game Discord server, with the latest news detailing the new UI, the new gameplay mechanics, and the new products that are coming in the next build. The build having been slated for this February the 22nd in terms of its release date, and in my personal opinion, Carp looks like it could be a highly promising game, and I can't wait to show it to you when it comes out on its specified release date. As always, the links are down below for you to sign up and read more about it. Next up, we're taking a look at The Good Company, another upcoming Tycoon game made by Chasing Carrots, which, by the way, is a very funny studio name. I love it. The Good Company is a game where you go from garage tycoon to world-renowned tech billionaire, requiring you to manage an intricate map of product developments, assembly line optimizations, and making sure you don't go ahead and make yourself a logistical nightmare, essentially, which will lead to you losing profits, losing market share, and much, much more. So keeping on top of all that will ensure that you become the biggest tech billionaire in the world. From what we've seen so far, it seems like it has the potential to be a highly polished and especially graphically fluid experience. We will have more news for you when it comes closer to its release, but there will be links below to our Discord server as well, which has a large following. I think this game is going to have quite a lot of people buying it when it comes out soon enough. Next up, we have a small snippet of news from Smartphone Tycoon. The game had a sledged release date of January. However, this was recently pushed back to the end of February in order to accommodate some bug fixing and the addition of many more language translations. If you don't know what Smartphone Tycoon is, it's a game where you turn a wee little smartphone company into a booming industry name, becoming one of the big behemoths out there in the smartphone market. Quick little edit here. Smartphone Tycoon is coming out on the 4th of March. They recently released the release date. Hopefully, it will be as good as it is saying it will be. I'm excited for this one. Next up, we have a lovely interview from the developer of Gym Empire. I sat down with Stav from Chronic Spartan, and we kind of talked through the game. We talked through his experiences in game development, and it was a very, very interesting interview. The full interview will be out this Sunday, so stay tuned for that. However, I do have a small snippet of it to show you in this video. Well, I should. Editing me should get that sorted. Anyway, to fill you in on the backstory, Gym Empire is a game where you start off in your garage as a personal trainer for a couple people. From there, you have to build up your small gym into a multi-outlet mega gym. The game has a prospective release date of sometime this year.
So I'm here to talk about Gym Empire, a game that I'm currently developing.
How did you come to the idea of Gym Empire? I mean, did you just wake up one morning and go, well, we'll do that, I know what this is, or did you find the idea somewhere else?
I kind of had ideas for a game like Gym Empire even before I started Glow, to be honest. But once I'd released Glow, I mean, I did that in 3 months and tried to challenge myself. And I was really satisfied with the progress I'd made on that, and really pleased with the outcome. And I thought I was much more confident to take a bigger challenge. So there were 2 paths for me to pick. One of them was to go down a story-based game. But the other type of game that I'm really passionate about are Tycoon games.
Why choose a gym as the main theme? But
yeah, I mean, I guess it mainly because I really like the idea of it. Like I mentioned, the interest I had with being into fitness and that podcast in particular that inspired me. The sensible thing to do when you are trying to create a computer game, especially as an indie, is to see how many other times it's been attempted, and if it's been attempted many other times and good enough or well enough that you don't think you could improve on it, then there isn't really much reason to go and chase that. You want to try and give players a new experience.
Like stuff like Startup Company, do you think indie games like yours and others get enough exposure, have enough opportunities for exposure nowadays compared to, well, not compared to anything, just in general?
It's a difficult one to say, because I guess it's kind of relative, because it depends what exposure you expect from an indie game. But then now we're on the end of, or at the point where everyone's saying it's the apocalypse. Steam isn't given as much visibility for indie games and all this, that, the other.
Well, thank you again, Staff, for taking part in the interview with me. The full interview will be available, like I said, this Sunday, and I hope you will come around and watch it. Next up, we have a game releasing in the next day or two. That game is Wall Street Tycoon. You play the main character in the game who has just opened an investment startup. In order to stay profitable in the hectic investment market, you must hire employees while riding the thin line between bankruptcy and profitable success. In the game, your employees will have a huge impact, with many personality variables dictating how good they will be with interacting with customers and giving them the hard sell, as they put it. I don't even know what that means. Personally, I'm not quite sold on the game yet, having seen the images and what they have told us on the Steam page. The game should probably be out by the time you're seeing this video, so I'd recommend you go and have a look at it, check it out, and see what you think of it now. Moving along, I'm going to try a new concept here. Every month I want to get another one of your favorite YouTube personalities to go ahead, introduce one of their favorite games right now, and tell you all about it, and tell you what it is like from their perspective. This month we have the Geek Cupboard introducing, well, you'll find out soon, but take it away.
Hello lovely people, Pench here from the Geek Cupboard, and this month I'd like to draw your attention to another brick in the mall, which I think is a bit of a hidden gem on Steam. It's a great game all about building and managing a shopping centre. So you'll be building things like supermarkets, restaurants, specialist shops like jewellers and bakeries, and also entertainment locations like cinemas and bowling alleys. And then you've got to make sure you hire the right staff to work in those places, stock the correct products, price them appropriately, make sure there's enough parking spaces for everyone, deal with shoplifters, clean up litter, research shiny new things, and get everything running as efficiently as it can be so you can get the maximum profit. It's in early access on Steam at the moment, and it's regularly updated with fixes and new features and such like. Currently it's £10.29 on Steam, and I think it's well worth a look if you're into tycoon, management or simulation games. But that is me done for now, so I shall hand you back to Mr. Falsey.
Moving forward with this episode, we take a look at the upcoming ISO Tower. If you haven't heard of this game, it's a skyscraper tycoon game where you are placed in charge of a flat slate of land with which you can build the skyscraper of your dreams. The dream skyscraper could include anything from hotels to restaurants to multi-story shopping malls. The possibilities are endless, unless you can't think of much, in which case they're kind of limited. ISO Tower is releasing this March, apparently, with a possible release slated as the 31st, is what I've been told at this point. Personally, this is an interesting game. I've not seen quite a tycoon game quite like this before. Maybe I just haven't played enough of the older tycoon games quite yet, but it's something I have yet to have played so far. It's using many different concepts, but I guess you could say it's kind of the same as some others, but I'm quite excited for it, and I can't wait to show it to you on the channel this coming month. Next up, we have yet another upcoming game. Lots of upcoming games. In fact, on a side note, should we have like a top 5 upcoming games video? I will put a poll in the community tab or something. I'll see how that goes. Anyway, moving along, we have Railroad Corporation. Railroad Corporation is a game releasing early this year, which is akin, I would say, to Railway Empire, in that it has trains and it's a tycoon game. I don't know much about trains. In Railroad Empire, you are tasked with building rail lines across the country, connecting cities together to create a new billion-dollar railway empire. This is set in the 19th century, so you get to utilize tracks, tunnels, and bridges to make your dreams come true. While I'm not the biggest fan of trains and these types of games myself, it does look promising, and it has been given the approval of many other big YouTubers who like this kind of game, such as Colonial, Failure, and all of that to boot. As always, links to Steam and more can be found in the description below. Lastly, we have some more news from Rexue HQ, the Tycoon. This month, the first beta testers got their hands on the game. This was a private beta test. And thank you to the Northern Alex for granting me permission to use the gameplay you're seeing on screen as well from that beta. Alongside this, we also got our first dev diary for the game, which is linked below. And I recommend you give it a watch after this month's news video. It is It's very interesting, and there's also lots more gameplay for you to watch if you wanted to. Links for that will also be down below. Not much has changed. I do want to tell you, though, there will be a public beta very soon, so if you go ahead and join their Discord server, you will get more information on that. But yes, if you don't know what Rexue HQ Tycoon is, it is a kind of multi-service management game where you can manage a mega station of fire, police, and hospital thingy-majiggies. I'm running out of words. I'm actually going off the script, which is not like me normally. It's obviously not going well. I'll take that as a idea not to go off script. Anyway, that is the end of this month's Tycoon news video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked what you saw. There will be links below, of course, for everything, and I hope you liked the kind of interview we had. That'll be out on Sunday, of course, the full-length thing. And I hope you liked the little segment where we had the Gabe Cupboard introduce a game of his that he likes. If you want any of those to continue, do like the video and do tell me anything you're thinking of in the comments. But apart from that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in next month's video.